Hello, my name's Stanley. Today I'm working with one specific goal in mind, to increase my balance by approximately 4 or 5 times. I'll do this using a strategy that best shows the probability of movement. It doesn't give frequent signals, but each one is well-founded. In this video, you'll see the entire process: waiting, confirmation, and entry. And I appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and like this video. Let's get started. First, let's prepare the tools for work. I'm setting classic candles and the time frame is 1 minute. Let's go to the Indicators tab and select the ADX and the momentum. Let's configure the ADX first. Set DI length to 10. Go to Style and disable the ADX line. Set the width of plus DI to 2. And set the width of minus DI to 2. Color pink. And save. Let's configure the momentum. Set the period to 7. Go to Style, set the upline to turquoise and the downline to pink, and save. So, the indicators are ready to go, and friend, if you trade on your phone, configure it in the same way. The session starts with a neat entry along the trend. Expiration is 1 minute, and I'm opening a long trade for $73. Now, pay close attention. I'll show you how to work with this strategy and read the market without guesswork and unnecessary emotions. First, let's look at the ADX. The moment the turquoise line confidently crosses the pink line from bottom to top, the market begins to gain momentum. This is not just a random movement, but a sign that the momentum is strengthening and the price is ready to develop a direction. Such a crossover often appears at the beginning of an active phase, when the movement is just beginning to form. And next, we connect the momentum to make sure that the momentum is really supported. Its columns turn around and change the vector from downward to upward, showing that the pressure from below is weakening and the initiative is shifting to buyers. The market stops stretching downward and begins to accumulate energy for upward movement. So let's see. Calm execution. I'm locking in $67 in profit and moving on. On my Telegram, you get a ready-made structure, market analysis, a plan for the day, risk control, and support. For your convenience, you can connect copy trading and work in automatic mode. I show real results and participant reviews. The format is free, but there are only a few spots available. So please write to me if you want to join. The next moment is already forming on the acceleration of the movement. Expiration is 1 minute. I'm opening a long trade for $140. The price is developing in a clear and confident upward direction. The movement looks collected, the candles are closing higher, the pullbacks are minimal, and the momentum remains dense and stable. The market is not jerking and doesn't break the structure, which indicates the strength of the current direction. Both indicators fully confirm what is happening on the chart. They don't just coincide in direction, but complement each other, showing that the growth is supported by both momentum and overall dynamics. This is not a short-term surge, but a movement with the potential to continue. And with this picture, there's every reason to expect further upward development. The price is moving smoothly and logically, the signals remain in force, so the current situation looks as favorable as possible for a positive result. An excellent continuation. There is another $128 in profit. Next, a controversial section of the chart appears. With an expiration of 1 minute, I'm opening a short trade for $250. The situation on the chart looks ambiguous and therefore deserves attention. On the one hand, we see a formed impulse that looks quite confident and focused. The price is moving sharply without unnecessary pauses, which may indicate an attempt by the market to change the current direction. However, we can't ignore the previous structure. The movement was previously upward, and this factor may still have an impact. Such zones often become obstacles where the downward scenario either slows down or loses its momentum completely. Therefore, the structure is not ideal and requires a conscious approach. I'm very well aware of this risk and accept it in advance. So I enter the market without illusions, realizing that the current scenario may not play out as expected. This is a balanced decision based on an understanding of the context, not an attempt to guess the direction. Let's see. And the expected outcome is a loss. Nothing critical. I'm calmly moving on to the next situation. The final entry of the session is as confident as possible. So, with 1 minute left on the timer, I'm opening a long trade for $742. After a downward impulse, the market quickly regains the initiative and begins to move confidently upward again. The price recovers without fuss, the impulse looks healthy, and the movement develops consistently, as if the market was initially ready to continue growing and simply paused. And here I want to remind you of one really important point. Don't rush and don't try to outsmart the market. Only trade in situations where both indicators show the same direction. It is this coincidence that provides clarity and reduces the number of doubts. When the signals point in one direction, the picture becomes complete and readable. You understand the logic of the movement instead of trying to guess it. This simple rule greatly affects stability and helps avoid unnecessary mistakes. And that's a strong finish. I'm locking in $682 in profit, bringing my balance to $1,424. So let's sum up. An amazing session. My balance has grown from $73 to $1,424. And friends, if you have any questions about the methodology itself or want to understand it more deeply, please don't hesitate to write to me on Telegram. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you very much for watching, liking and subscribing to this channel. See you soon and happy trading!